Have you ever noticed how your brain can talk you out of something you actually want? You decide you'll start the project, have an important conversation, apply for the job, go to the gym, and suddenly your mind becomes a professional excuse generator. Not today. I'm not ready. What if it goes wrong? I'll do it when I feel more confident. It can feel like self-sabotage, but a lot of the time it's something simpler. Your brain is built for survival, not for growth. For most of human history, the main job of the brain was to keep you safe, save energy, stick with what's familiar. Because in a world where resources were uncertain, the safest strategy was, don't take unnecessary risks. Even though your life today is different, your brain still runs on some of those same old settings. Let's talk about risk perception. Your brain doesn't measure risk objectively. It measures risk emotionally. It asks, does this feel familiar? And could this lead to rejection, embarrassment, loss, or uncertainty? That's why you can know something is safe and still feel uneasy. For example, sending one email isn't physically risky, but your brain might treat it like a serious warning if that email could lead to criticism or judgment. Walking into a room full of strangers isn't harmful, but your nervous system can react strongly because your social comfort feels important. Because to the survival brain, social stress can feel very real. Belonging used to mean protection. So even today, your brain takes social signals seriously. This is also why comfort feels like safety. Comfort usually means predictable outcomes, familiar routines, low uncertainty. And when you stay in that zone, your nervous system stays calmer because it can predict what happens next. But here's the catch. Growth requires uncertainty. Anytime you grow, you enter a space where you don't fully know the outcome. You might make mistakes. You might feel awkward. You might not get the result you hoped for. You might have to learn, adjust, and try again. And your brain often interprets that uncertainty as a signal to slow down. So it sends messages. Anxiety, hesitation, overthinking, procrastination. I'll start tomorrow. Not because you're lazy, not because you're broken, but because your system is trying to protect you from the unknown. Here's a simple way to recognize this pattern in real time. When you're about to do something meaningful and you suddenly feel resistance, ask yourself, is this actually unsafe or is this just unfamiliar? That one question creates space. And once you have space, you can choose a better response. Here's what helps. 1. Make the goals smaller. Your brain doesn't like big leaps, but it can handle small steps. Instead of change my life, aim for 10 minutes. 10 minutes of writing, 10 minutes of learning, 10 minutes of movement. Small actions tell your brain, we're okay and we're moving. Kun repeat, so it becomes familiar. Your brain relaxes with repetition. The first time feels intense, the 5th time feels easier, the 10th time feels normal. Familiarity turns discomfort into routine. Reframe the feeling. That tightness in your chest before growth isn't always danger. Often it's activation. It's your body preparing. You can say, my nervous system is waking up. I can move forward gently. And this is the real shift. Awareness leads to change. Because once you realize your brain isn't trying to block your life, it's trying to keep you safe. You can work with it kindly. You don't need to battle yourself. You need to guide yourself. So the next time you feel resistance, don't ask, what's wrong with me? Ask, what is my brain trying to protect me from? Then take one small step anyway. That's how comfort expands. That's how growth becomes easier.